The night sky was clear, and the small human town below looked quiet and calm. No one noticed the silver shape high above the clouds. It was not a plane, and it was not a star. It was Zyra's research ship, hidden by cloaking light. Inside, Zyra prepared for the most important mission of her life. She was not a soldier, not a leader, but a field researcher. Her job was simple: learn about humans, write reports, and send them back to the council. For years she had studied humans, from far away through screens and recorded data, but this was her first time on Earth. Her first time to see a human with her own eyes. She whispered to herself, "Calm, Zyra. They are only humans. Small, soft creatures. Very simple." But inside her hearts beat fast. She had trained for this moment, yet she still felt a strange, nervous energy. She touched the small scanner on her belt, adjusted her translator device, and then pressed the button to open the ship's door. The ramp touched the ground. She stepped out. The night air was cool. The smell of trees and grass entered her nose. It was strange, sweet and sharp at the same time. She had read about oxygen-rich air, but breathing it felt like swallowing life itself. For a moment, she almost forgot her mission. Then she remembered the rule: observe first, contact later. Zyra walked carefully across the grass, her thin boots leaving no sound. She found a hill near the town and crouched low. From this spot, she could see humans in the park below. There were benches, lights, and small groups of people talking, laughing, and walking together. Her eyes grew wide. "So many shapes, so many coverings," she whispered. At once she began to take notes on her datapad, but her observations were not correct. She saw a man jogging in bright shoes with glowing stripes. Zyra gasped. Their feet are bioluminescent. This must be a natural defense to scare away predators. She tapped her pad quickly, proud of her discovery. Next, she noticed a woman wearing a large hat. Ah, protective head shell. I was right. The human skull is not strong enough alone. They grow these wide, flat shields for safety. Of course, the audience would laugh at this, but Zyra was completely serious. She kept watching. A child held a balloon and jumped excitedly. Zyra's 3 eyes blinked at once. Oh my stars. Their young can float? Look at the air organ. A natural lift device. No wonder they survive on this heavy planet. The balloon slipped from the child's hand and floated upward. Zyra gasped louder. Oh no. The air organ escaped. The small one will not be able to float anymore. How tragic. Her heart sank with sympathy for the child. She almost wanted to run down and return the balloon, but she stopped herself. No. Rule 1. Do not interfere. Zyra pressed her translator closer to her ear. She tried to listen to human sounds. The people in the park were talking fast, words flowing like water. Laughter filled the air. 2. Zyra. It sounded strange. She tilted her head. Are they fighting or warning each other? These sounds are too sharp. It could be a war cry. A group of teenagers passed by, eating ice cream cones. The glowing cold mist surprised Zyra. They eat frozen light, she wrote. Incredible. Their stomachs must be resistant to freezing damage. She kept writing, building a list of wild misunderstandings. Shoes were extra feet. Sunglasses were eye armor. Phones were brainstones. Then, something unexpected happened. One man looked up at the hill. His eyes narrowed. Zyra froze. Had he seen her? She crouched lower, almost pressing her face to the grass. The man pointed, but only at the stars. He spoke to the woman beside him. Then they laughed again. Zyra slowly relaxed, but her nerves buzzed stronger. So close, she whispered. Too close. Still, she could not stop watching. Every movement, every sound fascinated her. Humans were not like the recordings she had studied. They were more alive. One girl sneezed loudly, and Zyra nearly fell backward. Explosion from the face, she shouted in a whisper. Maybe to scare away rivals. Dangerous, very dangerous. The more she watched, the more confused she became. Yet the more she misunderstood, the more excited she grew. Every wrong idea felt like a great discovery to her. Finally, Zyra's data pad beeped. She had filled the first report page. She looked down proudly at the notes. Humans have glowing feet. Humans grow head shields. Human young can float. Humans eat frozen light. Humans use face explosions as defense. She read the list twice, nodding to herself. Excellent. The council will be so impressed. But in her excitement, she made a mistake. She stood up too high, too fast. Her shadow stretched across the park under the streetlight. One of the humans saw it and gasped. They turned, pointing. Others followed. Zyra's heart stopped. No, not yet. I am not ready. She crouched low again, sliding back into the darkness. The humans looked around but saw nothing. They laughed nervously and continued walking. Zyra held her breath for a long time. Finally, she exhaled. Close, too close, but I will learn. Tomorrow I make contact. And with that promise, she returned to her ship. The night was over, and dawn touched the horizon. The little human town began to wake up. Lights flickered in windows, cars rolled onto the streets, and voices filled the air again. Inside her ship, Zyra did not sleep. She had spent the entire night replaying her brilliant discoveries. Shoes as glowing feet, hats as skull shields, balloons as air organs. Yes, she was proud. But now came the hardest part. First contact. She stood in front of her mirror, straightened her thin cloak and lifted her chin. I must look strong but not dangerous, brave but not scary. Her reflection looked back, alien and strange. 3 glowing eyes, smooth silver skin, long fingers. She frowned. Perhaps 2. Shiny. She picked up a scarf she had stolen from a washing line nearby. She wrapped it around her head like a turban. Then she put sunglasses on top. Better. Now I look almost human. Her translator crackled. She had been practicing the human greeting for hours. Hello, Earth creature, I come in peas. She stopped. Wait. Not peas. Peace. Yes. Peace. She tried again. Hello, Earth creature. I come in peace. The device echoed the words in a soft human voice. Satisfied, Zyra nodded. Perfect. They will trust me instantly. But first she needed the right human to talk to. Someone small, someone simple. Not the loud groups, not the strong men with glowing feet. Maybe one human alone. A safe choice. She stepped out of her ship and moved carefully through the trees. Today she did not hide behind bushes. Today she walked with purpose. Her plan was ready. Down in the town, the park was already busy. Children played on swings, old people fed birds, and a woman sat alone on a bench reading a book. Zyra stopped. Perfect. The woman's long hair caught the sunlight. She was calm, quiet, not surrounded by others. Yes, this one looked safe. Zyra whispered to herself. This will be my first subject, my first human. She rehearsed in her head again. Hello, Earth creature, I come in peace. Her hearts beat faster. She stepped closer. But before she reached the woman, a dog barked. A large, fluffy dog with a wagging tail jumped in front of her. Zyra froze. The alpha leader, she gasped. The dog barked louder, circling her feet. Zyra backed away, sweating. Stay calm. Do not fight the alpha. Show respect. She raised her hands in surrender. The dog sniffed her leg, then licked her boot. Zyra's eyes widened. It is tasting me, deciding if I am safe or edible. The woman on the bench looked up. Charlie, come here, she called. The dog barked once more, then ran happily back to its owner. Zyra let out the longest breath of her life. Survived. I survived the alpha. But now the woman was watching her. This was the moment. Zyra straightened her scarf, pushed her sunglasses higher, and walked forward with dramatic steps. She stopped 2 meters away, raised one hand like she had seen in movies, and spoke. Hello, Earth creature, I come in peace. The translator spoke perfectly. The woman blinked, surprised but not afraid. She tilted her head. Hello? Zyra's 3 hearts almost exploded with joy. Success. First contact. She bowed deeply. Do not fear. I am friendly. I only wish to learn about your anatomy. The woman frowned. Excuse me? Zira pointed at her hair. Beautiful sensory tentacles. May I touch? The woman laughed, confused. You mean my hair? Hair? Zira repeated. She wrote it on her pad. Ah, yes, hair. Very interesting. Does it detect vibrations? Or maybe store memories? The woman shook her head, smiling nervously. No, it's just hair. Zira leaned closer, whispering to her pad. Hair. Important mystery. Humans lie about its true purpose. The woman laughed again. Zira froze. Was that laughter? A threat signal? A warning? Or maybe an invitation? She wasn't sure. Still, she continued. She pointed at the woman's eyes. These glowing spheres. Do they shoot light when angry? The woman chuckled. No, they're just eyes. Zira muttered. She denies again. Very secretive species. Zira then tried to follow her plan's second phase, human bonding. She remembered reading about human greetings. Some records said they shake hands. Others said they clap each other on the back. One strange record even suggested kissing. Which one was correct? She did not know. She decided to try them all at once. She reached out her hand for a shake, then awkwardly patted the woman's shoulder, then leaned forward to touch her cheek with her lips. The woman jumped up, shocked. Whoa! Personal space. Zira stumbled back, confused. Personal space? Another organ? She looked around the bench as if searching for the invisible body part. Where is this personal space located? The woman covered her mouth, laughing again. Zira's heart pounded. Was she failing? Or was this laughter the true key? She wrote again in her notes. Humans produce laughter sound when they accept you. Important survival code. The woman, still amused, asked softly, Are you in a costume or something? Zira blinked behind her sunglasses. Costume? She didn't know the word. Maybe it meant diplomat? She nodded seriously. Yes, costume, exactly. I am here, in costume. The woman laughed once more. Zira smiled proudly. The plan was working, or at least, she thought it was. That night back in her ship, Zira reported to herself. First contact successful. Human responded with repeated laughter. This must mean trust. Tomorrow I will continue. Tomorrow I will learn more about their strange secret anatomy. She closed her notes and leaned back, her hearts racing with excitement. She had no idea that her biggest misunderstandings were still waiting for her. The next day was bright and warm. Zira woke early inside her ship, her notes from yesterday glowing on the screen. She read them aloud with pride. Humans have hair tentacles. Laughter means acceptance. Dogs are alpha leaders. Personal space is a hidden organ. Zira smiled to herself. Yes, I am making progress. Today I will study their body parts more closely. Today I will unlock their anatomy. She prepared carefully. She tied 2 scarves on her head for better disguise, wore 2 pairs of sunglasses at once, and stuffed gloves on her long silver fingers. When she looked in the mirror, she nodded. Now I look completely human. In the park again. She returned to the same park where she had seen the woman before. This time, she saw many people, sitting, talking, eating, or playing. Her eyes scanned them like a hunter choosing prey, but Zira was not hunting to harm. She was hunting for knowledge. She spotted the same woman from yesterday, Anna, sitting on the grass with a book again. Zira whispered to herself. Perfect subject. Calm, kind, and willing to laugh. I must study her parts carefully. She walked closer, trying to copy the human walk she had observed. She swung her arms too much, lifting her knees too high, but she believed she looked natural. Anna noticed her and smiled. "Oh, it's you again. The costume lady." Zira raised a hand in greeting. "Yes, costume lady. I have returned for further study." Anna chuckled and put her book down. "All right then. What do you want to study today?" Zira's eyes glowed with excitement. "Your body parts." Anna blinked. "Excuse me?" Zira nodded seriously. "Yes, very important. For science." "May I?" Anna laughed nervously. Okay, but don't get weird." The hair mystery Zira crouched low and leaned close to Anna's head. She touched the hair gently with her gloved fingers. So soft. So many strands, impossible to count. "It must be like antennae," Anna said. "It's just hair. It doesn't do much." Zira shook her head. "Impossible. You deny truth again. Clearly, hair controls your brain signals. Without it, humans would fall down instantly." Anna snorted with laughter. "That's not how it works." Zira wrote quickly in her pad. "Hair down brain controller. Loss of hair. Instant collapse." The eyes' confusion. Next, Zira leaned close to Anna's. "Faces. And these eyes. You said they are not weapons, but they glow in sunlight. They must shoot beams." Anna giggled. "They don't shoot beams. They just see things." "See things?" Zira repeated. "So they are scanners?" "Yeah, kind of." Zira clapped her hands. "Yes, I was right. Humans have built-in scanners. I must test." Before Anna could stop her, Zira held up a flower. "Scan this." Anna rolled her eyes. "I can see it's a flower." Zira gasped. "Incredible. Instant scanning. Perfect identification. The eye scanners work flawlessly." The mouth disaster Zira then stared at Anna's mouth. "This hole, very dangerous. It makes sound attacks." "Yes?" Anna laughed. "Sound attacks?" "No, it's just my mouth. I eat and talk with it." Zira tilted her head. "Eat and talk? Same hole? Impossible. That is bad design. What if food falls out when sound comes out?" Anna burst into loud laughter. "You're hilarious." Zira frowned. She wrote again in her notes. "Human mouth. Dangerous sound hole, plus food hole. High risk of confusion." The hands. Confusion. Zira grabbed Anna's hand suddenly, holding it up like a scientist with a rare object. "And these, the hand blades, they look like flat weapons. You clap them together for war signals, yes?" Anna giggled. "No, hands aren't weapons. We use them to hold things, build things, touch things." Zira blinked. "Hold, build, touch. Strange. They could crush small creatures easily." She shook Anna's hand hard. "Very strong." Anna laughed again. "That's just a handshake." Zira. "Whose? Handshake? Secret code? Is this how humans test each other's power?" The stomach incident. Suddenly, Anna's stomach growled loudly. Zira leapt back. "What was that?" Anna held her belly, laughing. "Relax, it's just my stomach. I'm hungry." Zira's eyes widened. "Hungry?" That was a roar, a warning to rivals. The stomach is a second mouth, a hidden monster inside. Anna laughed. So hard she nearly cried. "You're killing me." Zira wrote faster than ever. Stomach. Internal beast. Roars when active. Must feed to keep calm. The personal space returned, trying to confirm her old note. Zira stepped very close to Anna, almost nose to nose. "And where is your personal space organ? I cannot see it." Anna laughed, stepping back. "It's not an organ. It just means I need some distance." Zira's eyes grew huge. "Invisible organ creates distance. Amazing!" She wrote again. "Personal space. Invisible barrier organ. Possibly psychic." The suspense ending at last, Zira looked at her full page of notes. She whispered proudly, Hair, runner, brain controller. Eyes, runner, scanners. Mouth, food hole, plus sound weapon. Hands, runner, war blades. Stomach, runner, internal beast. Personal space. Invisible psychic organ. She smiled to herself. I am unlocking the secrets. Soon the council will know everything about these strange creatures. Anna, meanwhile, just laughed again and shook her head. You're the weirdest person I've ever met, but kind of funny. Zira froze. The word weirdest echoed in her translator. She didn't understand. Was that an insult? A warning? Or perhaps a title of respect? Her heart raced. She wasn't sure. All she knew was that she had to learn more. Tomorrow, she thought, she would dive even deeper into the strange, confusing, and hilarious world of human anatomy. The sun was high and the park was busier than ever. Children ran across the grass, parents watched from benches, and music floated from someone's small speaker. Humans looked calm, normal, happy, but for Zira, nothing was simple. She had filled 3 pages of notes about human anatomy, and yet none of it made sense to her. Humans were mysteries wrapped in strange skin. Every time she thought she understood, something new confused her again. Today, she decided to go deeper. If she could not figure out humans on her own, maybe she could ask them directly. And who better than Anna, the woman who laughed at everything but did not run away. Approaching again, Zira found Anna sitting at the same bench, sipping a drink through a straw. The clear cup was full of cold, brown liquid with bubbles. Zira gasped. Strange. Tube feeding system. She is draining liquid energy from a transparent organ. She scribbled notes before stepping forward. Anna noticed her and smiled. Oh, it's you again. Ready for more science? Zira nodded firmly. Yes. Today, you must explain your parts to me. I cannot understand your strange biology alone. Anna chuckled. Okay then, ask me anything. The eye-blinking problem. Zira pointed at Anna's eyes. When you blink, I see a signal. What code is it? Is it a secret message to other humans? Anna laughed. No, blinking isn't a code. It just keeps my eyes wet. Zira tilted her head. Wet eyes? Why? Do they dry out like sand? Sort of, Anna said. We need moisture to see. Clearly, Zira gasped. So your eyes are like water crystals. If dry, they crack. If wet, they work. Brilliant design. Very fragile, but clever. She wrote quickly. Humans must water their eyes every second. Built-in eye sprinklers. The yawned disaster. Suddenly, a man walking nearby yawned loudly, stretching his arms. Zira jumped back. What is that sound? He is releasing gas. Is it an attack? Anna giggled. No, that's just a yawn. It means he's tired. Zira frowned. So, the mouth monster roars when empty, and also releases gas when weak. Terrifying. Anna laughed harder. You really don't get us, do you? The shoe mystery. Zira crouched near Anna's feet. Explain these lower coverings. Yesterday I wrote they are glowing defense shells, but today they look quiet. Anna wiggled her sneakers. They're just shoes. We wear them to protect our feet. Zira froze. Protect? Feet are soft? They are not weapons? Anna smiled. No, without shoes we can get hurt. Zira gasped again. So humans are even weaker than I thought. Their feet cannot survive the ground. She wrote quickly. Shoes are not body parts. They are life support machines. The cold drink. Confusion. Anna took another sip from her straw. Zira pointed. What is that liquid organ? Why bubbles? Why cold? Anna held it up. It's soda. Just a drink. Sweet, fizzy, refreshing. Soda? Zira repeated. She sniffed suspiciously. Does it give energy? Heal wounds? Extend life? Anna chuckled. Not really, mostly sugar. It just tastes good. Zira's eyes widened. Sugar? So humans drink liquid crystals for happiness. Amazing. Your species is ruled by taste, not survival. She wrote again. Humans feed happiness organ with sugar liquid. Very strange. The ear confusion. Zyra leaned closer to Anna's ears. These small holes, what do they do? Release steam? Anna laughed. No, ears help us hear. Hear? Zyra tilted her head. Like, detect vibrations? Exactly, Anna nodded. Zyra gasped with joy. So ears are like satellite dishes, small but powerful. No wonder you laugh so loudly, you must hear each other's brainwaves. Anna shook her head, smiling. You're not completely wrong this time. Zyra nearly jumped in celebration. At last, a correct discovery. The laughing confusion grows. As Anna kept laughing, Zyra grew more nervous. She leaned close, whispering, Why do you laugh so much? What does it mean? Is it attack? Defense? Secret mating call? Anna laughed louder. It just means I think you're funny. Funny? Zyra repeated. She scribbled again. Funny. Accepted into tribe. Laughter. Official approval. But then, Anna added, sometimes people laugh when they're nervous too. Zyra froze. Nervous? So laughter can mean fear? Or danger? Her notes grew messy. Laughter, approval, or fear. Very unstable code. Her hearts raced. I must solve this. Mystery soon to risk everything. The straw mistake. Zyra stared again at the straw in Anna's cup. One more question. Why use this tube? Why not drink directly from the container? Anna shrugged. Because it's easier, cleaner. Zyra frowned deeply. Cleaner? Does your mouth leak? Is it unsafe to touch liquid directly? Anna giggled. No, it's just habit. Zyra whispered dramatically. So straws are artificial throats. Humans cannot drink safely without them. Suspense. Ending by the end of the afternoon, Zyra had filled another page of strange notes. Eyes. Water crystals with sprinklers. Yawn. Gas release from weakness. Shoes. Life support for fragile feet. Soda. Sugar liquid for happiness organ. Ears. Small satellite dishes. Laughter. Approval or fear. Straw, rouse, artificial throat. She looked at Anna, who was still smiling, still patient with her nonsense. Zyra's heart warmed. But then a new thought struck her. What if all these simple explanations are lies? What if humans are hiding their true powers? Her eyes narrowed. She looked around the park, at the blinking, yawning, drinking, laughing humans, and whispered to herself, They are more dangerous than they appear. I must be careful, very careful. And with that chilling thought, Zyra ended the day's study. Tomorrow, she promised herself, she would push further. She would uncover the real truth of human anatomy, no matter how strange it became. The fourth sunrise on Earth was brighter than the rest. Zyra sat inside her ship, surrounded by her glowing notes. Dozens of mistakes, though she did not know they were mistakes, covered the screens. She whispered proudly, Yes, I now understand humans. Today I will test my knowledge. Today I will prove my theories. Her translator blinked green. Her scarves and sunglasses were ready. She stepped out once more, full of confidence. Returning to Anna, Anna was sitting on the grass again, this time with a small bag of food beside her. She looked up when Zyra approached. Oh, there you are, Anna said with a grin. Back for more research? Zyra nodded seriously. Yes, but now I must share my findings with you. You will confirm them. You cannot deny the truth forever. Anna chuckled. All right, let's hear your truth. Zyra's strange list. Zyra lifted her datapad and read aloud with pride. Number 1, your hair controls your brain. Without it, you collapse. Anna burst out laughing. Wrong, but keep going. Number 2, your eyes are scanners powered by water crystals. If dry, you lose vision. Anna shrugged. Not terrible, but no. Number 3, your mouth is a food hole and sound weapon. Very dangerous design. Anna giggled so hard she nearly spilled her drink. Zira frowned. Number 4. Hands are war blades used for clapping signals. Anna laughed louder. Number 5. Stomach is an internal beast. It roars when hungry. Now Anna was laughing, so hard that people nearby began watching curiously. Zira's 3 hearts tightened. Why does she laugh at everything? Is this approval? Or is she mocking me? Growing suspicion? Why do you laugh so much? Zira asked sharply. Is this fear? Or insult? Anna wiped her eyes. No, I'm not afraid. I just think you're funny. Funny? Zira repeated. She whispered to herself. Humans use laughter to hide secrets. Her suspicion grew. Maybe humans were pretending to be weak while hiding powerful abilities. Maybe this laughter was a shield. The food confusion, Anna reached into her bag and pulled out a sandwich. She unwrapped it casually. Zira's eyes widened. You keep food in cloth layers to trick predators. Anna laughed again. No, it's just a wrapper. Zira leaned closer, horrified. You eat the inside and but throw away the outer skin. Wasteful but clever. A decoy organ. Before Anna could reply, Zira pointed at the sandwich. What is inside? Meat? Plant? Or is it both? Both, Anna said, taking a bite. Zira nearly screamed. Impossible. Humans eat different life forms at once. Truly terrifying. Nearby, children giggled at Zira's dramatic reaction. More people began to notice the strange costume woman shouting about sandwiches. Human crowd reaction, a teenage boy whispered. Is she filming some prank video? A girl laughed. Looks like a street actor. The crowd's laughter mixed with Anna's, filling the air. Zira looked around, tense. So many laughing at once. This must be a warning chorus. They are preparing to attack. She raised her hands nervously. Wait. I come in peace. Do not release your sound weapons at me. The humans laughed even harder. Phones came out. People started recording her suspense builds. Anna stood, trying to calm Zira. Relax, they're not attacking, they just think you're entertaining. Entertaining? Zira repeated. So, this is a ritual? You gather and laugh at strangers to test their strength? Anna sighed. Not exactly, but Zira's paranoia grew. She whispered into her translator. Note, when surrounded by many humans, laughter becomes weaponized. Volume increases, dangerous to ears, must escape before it damages brain. The accidental insult. Suddenly, a man in the crowd called out jokingly, Hey lady, nice alien costume. The crowd laughed. Again, Zira froze. Alien costume? She turned to Anna. He knows. He sees my true form. Anna waved her hands quickly. No, he's just joking. But Zira misunderstood. Her hearts pounded. So humans already know. They mock me to test if I will reveal myself. This is dangerous. Her voice shook. Have I insulted your anatomy? Have I broken your sacred rules? Anna looked surprised. No, you didn't insult anyone. But Zira didn't believe her. The rising conflict, the laughter, the pointing, the recording phones. It all felt like pressure closing in on her. She whispered, I must retreat. But I must also prove my strength. If I leave too weak, they will hunt me. She lifted her translator and declared loudly, I respect your strange anatomy. I will not fight your stomach beasts. I surrender to your hair tentacles. The crowd exploded with laughter, clapping and cheering like it was a comedy show. Zira trembled. They accept my surrender? Or are they mocking my failure? Her confusion grew heavier than ever. Suspense. Ending at last, Anna stepped forward, putting a hand gently on Zira's arm. Hey, it's okay. Nobody's mad. We're just having fun. Zira's eyes glowed with doubt. Fun? Another code word. I must learn this one. She pulled away, retreating slowly toward the trees. The crowd kept laughing, but Anna only watched her with a mix of pity and curiosity. Zira whispered to herself. Humans. They are unpredictable. Their laughter hides too many secrets. Tomorrow I will uncover the truth, or I may not survive at all. She vanished back into the shadows, leaving behind a confused crowd and a worried friend. The next morning, Zira changed her disguise. Scarves and sunglasses had failed. This time she borrowed a hoodie, hiding most of her glowing skin. When she looked in the mirror, she thought, "Now I am invisible." She left the ship and returned to the park. She found Anna again, this time sitting on the grass with a notebook of her own. Anna smiled. "Well, look who's back. Did you survive the comedy show yesterday?" Zira tilted her head. "Comedy show?" "You know," Anna said. "Everyone thought you were joking. That's why they laughed." Zira narrowed her eyes. "So, I was not in danger?" Anna chuckled. "No. They laughed because you were funny, not because they wanted to hurt you." Testing the theory, Zira leaned closer. "So laughter is not attack?" "Nope," Anna said. "It's the opposite. It means joy, happiness, connection." Zira blinked 3 times. "Connection? You mean, when they laugh they are bonding with me?" "Exactly," Anna said. Zira gasped. She almost dropped her translator. "I was wrong, all wrong. Laughter is not a war cry. It is a bridge. It is how humans show peace." Anna smiled. "Now you're starting to get it." Experimenting with humor, Zira tapped her pad. "I must test. If I make you laugh, then we bond, correct?" Anna grinned. "Go ahead, tell me your best joke." Zira thought hard. Her mind swirled with human observations. At last she stood tall and declared, "Your stomach monster is very loud. Has it ever eaten your brain tentacles?" Anna burst out laughing, clutching her notebook. "That's actually kind of good." Zira's eyes lit up. It worked. Laughter confirmed bonding. For the first time, Zira laughed too, but it was not natural. Her laugh came out like a broken alarm. K-k-ha-k. Anna laughed even harder. "Oh my God, that's the weirdest laugh I've ever heard." Zira beamed proudly. "Yes, my bonding sound is powerful." The power of shared laughter. The sound of Anna's laughter made Zira feel lighter, safer. For the first time, she was not afraid of human confusion. She realized something important. Humans did not always need perfect explanations. They needed connection, Zira whispered almost to herself. Maybe laughter is not weakness. Maybe it is their strength. A small conflict. But just as she was about to relax, a group of teenagers walked by. They pointed at Zira and laughed, loudly. Her heart froze. Are they bonding with me or mocking me? Anna shook her head. Ignore them. That's different. Sometimes people laugh at you, not with you. Zira's eyes narrowed. So there are 2 types of laughter, friendly and hostile. How do you tell the difference? Anna shrugged. It depends on the feeling, on kindness. You can tell when it's mean. Zira frowned deeply. But I cannot feel it. How can I survive if I cannot read the code? Anna placed a hand gently on her arm. You'll learn. You just need practice. Start by trusting the ones who laugh kindly. Zira stared at Anna's hand, then at her smiling face. For once, she felt something strange inside her chest, warmth, not fear. The realization Zira stood and whispered proudly, I see now. Laughter is not a weapon. It is the human handshake of the soul. Anna blinked. That's oddly beautiful. Zira nodded. Yes, my mission is clear. I must learn to master laughter. Then I will be one with your kind. Anna giggled. Good luck. Some humans spend their whole lives trying to be funny. Zira raised her chin. Then I will train harder than all of them. Suspense ending. As the sun set, Zira returned to her ship. She replayed Anna's laughter in her translator, listening over and over. Each time it made her hearts beat faster. She opened her notes and erased one line. Laughter. Attack signal. Then she wrote the new truth. Laughter. Bridge between beings. But as she finished writing, a warning light blinked on her ship's console. A message from her council appeared. Report your progress. Have you discovered human weaknesses? Zira froze. Her fingers trembled. For the first time, she didn't want to send her findings, because now, she wondered, if laughter was not weakness but strength, what would her people do with that knowledge? Her hearts raced. For the first time, Zira wasn't just confused. She was afraid of her own mission. The lights inside Zira's ship glowed red. A message from the council kept flashing across the screen. Report your progress, list human weaknesses, delay is unacceptable. Zira sat frozen in her chair. Her notes were piled around her, pages filled with nonsense, half-truths, and misunderstandings. But among them was the line she had written yesterday. Laughter, bridge between beings. Her fingers hovered over the console. If she told the council what she had learned, they might see laughter as a weakness, something to exploit. But if she lied, she risked her career, maybe even her life. Her hearts pounded. What should I do? She whispered. The pressure. The console beeped again. A voice came through the speakers, sharp, commanding. Agent Zira, why no report? You were sent to study anatomy. Have you discovered how fragile these creatures are? Can they be controlled? Zira swallowed hard. She pictured Anna's smile, the warmth of her laughter, the way she had said, it means joy. It means connection. She couldn't betray that. Not now. I need more time, Zira answered softly. Time, the voice snapped. Our fleet waits for your data. Do not forget, Agent, our survival depends on your work. The transmission cut off, leaving only silence and the blinking red light. Back to the park. The next day, Zira walked to the park again, her hoodie pulled tight. Her mind was heavy, her notes felt like lies, but she needed clarity. She needed to see Anna. Anna was there, tossing crumbs to the birds. She looked up, surprised at Zira's serious face. Wow, Anna said. You look like someone just told you the world's ending. Zira sat down beside her. Maybe it is. Anna tilted her head. What do you mean? Zira hesitated. She couldn't tell the whole truth, but she also couldn't stay silent. My people expect me to find human weaknesses. They want me to prove you are fragile. Anna blinked. And what have you found? Zira pulled out her pad, showing her ridiculous notes. Hair, brain tentacles, stomach, roaring beast, shoes, life support. Anna laughed so hard she nearly dropped her crumbs. That's your big report? Oh wow, we're doomed. Zira frowned. You laugh, but it is no joke. If my council learns how truly strong you are, how your laughter connects you, they may see it as threat, or as weapon. Anna's smile faded. For the first time, she looked serious. So you're saying, if you tell them the truth, your people might attack us? Zira nodded slowly. Testing the human heart, Anna was quiet for a moment. Then she looked at Zira with steady eyes. So what do you think? Are humans weak or strong? Zira hesitated. She thought of the dog she had called Alpha Leader, of the boy who yawned like a thunderstorm, of the crowd that laughed until her translator almost broke. She thought of Anna, smiling through every misunderstanding. Finally, she said, I think you are confusing. Fragile outside, maybe. But inside, you have something powerful. Something my people do not understand. Laughter, kindness, connection. Maybe that is real strength. Anna smiled gently. Then maybe that's what you should tell them. Zira's hearts twisted. If I tell them that, they may still come. They may want to steal your strength. And if I lie, they may punish me. The suspicious stranger as Zira spoke. A man on a nearby bench raised his phone, pointing it at them. Zira noticed and stiffened. Anna, she whispered. Is he recording us? Anna glanced over. Yeah, probably. People record everything these days. Zira's eyes widened. Then my disguise is broken. My council might intercept this. They may see me bonding with you. She stood quickly, panic rising. I must go. Anna grabbed her arm. Wait. Running makes you look guilty. Just breathe. He probably thinks you're still part of some street show. Zira stopped, her breath shallow. Street show? So humans think I am entertainment? Anna smiled softly. Maybe, but that's better than them thinking you're dangerous. A dangerous choice that night back in her ship. Zira stared at her console. The council's demand blinked again. Report now. She closed her eyes, hearing Anna's laughter echo in her mind. Her fingers moved slowly, typing a false report. Humans are weak. Hair falls easily. Feet cannot survive ground. Internal. Beasts cause noise. Their joy sound is unstable, not dangerous. She hit send. The message whooshed away into the stars. Zira leaned back, shaking. She had lied to her people for the first time. Suspense ending, but as she tried to rest, a new message arrived almost instantly. Agent Zira, return immediately. Your mission is complete. Her eyes widened. Return? Already? That meant her ship would soon be pulled back by command. Zira's heart sank. She looked out the window toward the town, toward the park, toward Anna. She whispered, "No, I cannot leave yet. Not before I understand laughter fully. Not before I say goodbye." But her console lights kept flashing, louder, brighter, demanding her obedience. For the first time, Zira realized she was no longer just an observer. She was caught between two worlds, and one wrong step could doom them both.